So, new film out in British cinemas today on the 7th of February. Got a little preview look at this. September 5, it's called. It's about the Munich massacre, as it's well known, but I don't know if I feel comfortable with that term. But anyway, it's a story of Palestinian freedom fighters who broke into the Olympic Village during the 1972 Munich Olympics, the first Olympics set on German soil since the 1936 Olympics, which were presided over by Adolf Hitler. And I think it's a compelling story told completely irresponsibly. It has like a nice, driving, nervous energy. It smartly only tells the story from the point of view of the ABC sports team, who were the first people on air as it was happening, and they got some fantastic coverage of, which you could still see now. If you look it up on YouTube, you can see some of the ways that they covered this as it was unfolding. But at a time when we've got Donald Trump coming out saying he essentially wants to ethnically cleanse Gaza, turn it into the Riviera of the Middle East. I think it's so... It's the way the film is presented and the context of the film and the way that we are right now. I think it's presented as anti-Arab because there is no context given to the Munich massacre or the Munich incident in the story and in what happened in real life. The Palestinian terrorists, freedom fighters, in the film they choose to call them terrorists. I don't know how many terrorists actually break in. We get no indication of that, but they do take 9 hostages, and one of their demands is that they want the release of 326 Palestinian hostages. So they take 9 hostages, they want the release of 326. And there is absolutely no context, no information, no little prologue. There is an epilogue, but no little prologue about why Israel had 326 hostages of Palestinian people. I mean, they're not all Palestinian. You can find information about 1 or 2 of the hostages, one of them that's Japanese, from the Japanese Red Army, another group that's been designated as terrorists that want a sort of proletariat revolution. That's what they are motivated by, sort of anti-imperialist, anti-capitalist, and then a release of a German policeman. But for the other 324 who are presumably mostly Palestinian, there is absolutely no information about them, no context about why they are hostages in Israel. And I just think, again, at this time, in this climate of the Israel-Gaza conflict, it needs to be told more responsibly than it is. But I think the film is largely concerned with portraying this spilling of Jewish blood on German soil again. Only quick maths, 27 years since the last time it was, and how the German police, the inability, the German constitution lets them down, and how the German police's inability to act lets them down, or the German army's inability to act lets them down. I think it's the kind of film that on another year, another quieter year, it could have won Best Picture in the way that Argo did. Another thing I do like about the film is concerned with teaching us about good journalism, proper moralistic journalism. An issue arises with the police because the ABC sports team are depicting them creeping across the roof with snipers, and that sort of ruins the operation. But I think they make the good point of saying, well, look, it's not our responsibility to make sure that the police do their job properly. It's our responsibility to report what is happening to people who have a right to know. I think it does a great job of depicting what it's like in the newsroom environment, especially when something so heated is going on. I appreciate that element of it, and there are some great performances in it. Peter Sarsgaard is fantastic, as he always is. He plays I guess he's the executive producer of it, but you've also got lots of little nuanced relationships going on throughout it. There's a woman who can speak German and Hebrew, which is obviously incredibly beneficial given the circumstances. and she gets sent off to make coffee at one point, and someone's like, great, you've sent away the only person who could understand what's just been said through that radio. So lots of great little moments like that. So that's, well, I said September 5 at the start, didn't I? But it's probably called September 5th, let's face it. And in this country, we'd call it the 5th of September. But whatever. I don't think it's going to have much of an audience in this country. But it's worth checking out. Let me know if you see it. Let me know your takes in the comments. And of course, like the video.